company. Green sleeves was all my joy, and oh, green sleeves was my delight. Green sleeves my heart, my soul, and all for Lady Green Sleeves. Hey, it's Gordon Nightmare and Fluffy and Sean, Big Daddy, Nicholas, Josh, CJ, Charlie, Magnachan. Wolverine can't stay long. Rosa got a notification. What's going on with Susan right now? I just don't get it. Susan with a notification from Mr. Croissant too. Wow. Hey, Berries and Mr. Torque and Curtis Hart. Excuse me. Yeah, Lex more thunder. It was funny. Just as I was setting up for the stream, I hear it start to rumble out there. It's like, are you fucking kidding? Because that wasn't that. You guys will have to remind me. That was a Free for All Friday stream. We got obliterated because of the storms, right? I think that was on a Friday. It happened. Stormstar got the notification too. Wow! Holy crap! Hey, I gotta ask you guys something. Well, actually, I should probably wait, huh? Because notifications just went out. Well, I can ask again. How many of you guys, as I'm kind of changing direction at the channel here, do you guys enjoy the YouTube Shorts? I like doing them because, again, you guys know my sense of humor and my attention span. They're both small and short. No, but I like just being able to make those quick videos of the stupid shit that comes to mind. I was curious what you guys think of them. And I also want to know, how many of you guys got notified of the wrestling video I posted earlier? Just trying to keep track of numbers here. Wow, Lick says Susan's been very generous with notifications lately. Josh likes them, Sean likes them, like the YouTube Shorts. Okay, cool. I enjoy them a lot. And that's something I learned in stand-up. You never know, because sometimes it works both ways. Sometimes something will seem funny to me, and then I get out there on stage, and it's like, huh, that's only funny to me. And other times you'll go out there with something that it's like, well, I don't have much faith in this, but I'm going to give this material a go, and it kills. So it's always best to ask you guys if you like it. Black Master says your YouTube Shorts are sexy. Also, Edgy says, still can't believe Trevor Moore of Whitest Kid You Know is no longer with us. I saw that the other day. I only know Whitest Kid You Know from the reaction videos we did here, but they were really, really funny. And I don't remember what it was. I read his age in the news piece saying that he had passed. He was really young. I remember that. God damn. That's sad. Lick says absolutely shirtless shorts are always a good thing. Okay, cool. I just wanted to make sure. I got to post. I don't know if this will be a short or a video. I'm going to post a video of me doing a weigh-in because I'm almost 60. I'm going to be 60 next month. I've been paying no attention to my diet over the last month and a half or so. Haven't been able to work out as much, just had too much going on. So I can't even imagine where my weight is, but if I don't start maintaining my weight, typically through my life I'd maintained it around 270. I'm way above that right now. If I don't start maintaining it closer to about 240, I'm probably going to die fairly soon. I might die fairly soon anyway, but I'm increasing my odds substantially. So I might start taking you guys on that journey with me too, as more than the working out, as I try not to eat absolutely everything as I do now. Big Bald Man has called, so I am here. How about that one piece? Hey, you're getting to the good stuff now. Kata curry with the goose fruit. Kata curry, yeah, I know. Kata curry, I got a little bit of an issue with that, Zurazul. He's like trying to insinuate that his sticky stuff is more potent than ours, and I have, I have issue. Fuck. We're the sticky stuff. Katakuri needs to switch things up just a little bit before he pisses me off. Because he don't want to get in a sticky stuff war with me. Because, he'll win and shit. Coach says, I'm still bummed about Spence backing out of the fight against Pac-Man due to injury. Oh, I didn't even hear that. Could have been the fight of the year. I've been out of the loop, Code. I didn't know that. That fight's off? Oh, the Pac-Man fight's off. I didn't know that. Well, that sucks. Or there's a vet supplying the scale. No, Stormstar. I'm going to go to one of the... where I am, we've got like 2 truck stops within walking distance. I'm just going to go over to the truck scales. Josh, that's one of my favorites. He says, I will always love your shut up, I mean eating a Danish video. I appreciate that because, well, any of the stuff like that, you guys know, it's what you do when you're doing any type of comedy. Most of the stuff I say is based in truth, as when I'm trying to make you guys laugh, I'll embellish things. I readily admit that. What comedian doesn't? That's one of my favorites because that is just down the line, exactly moment by moment what happened. Most of my stories like that are. Now, like when I'm doing more stand-up type material, like, because I'm thinking about going out and doing some live performance again. Like when I talk about the state inspectors that we have in the house and things like that. That's all true. But I embellish it, you know, just to try and help make it funnier. But stories like that, like the Danish and everything, that's exactly how it happened. Why I think to say and do those things, I couldn't tell you. Exactly, Zerzul. He says, Oda owes you royalties for sticky stuff fruit. Yeah. I don't even remember when I ate the sticky stuff fruit, you know, the devil fruit that gave me these magnificent powers of sticky stuff, but apparently at some point I did. Wolverine says, Bill Cosby awakened the drug fruit. The Jello pudding pop here, have a little sip of this and let's go back to my room fruit. Yeah. Mr. Croissant says, a bit personal. One of my biggest fears as I get older is the fact that I have to get a prostate exam. Not too keen on getting fingered, not going to lie. You get used to it, pal. Because they start giving you the old finger wave at around 45. Like I said, I'm going to be 60, so I've gotten plenty of them. No, it's not fun. But not the worst thing in the world. Stressdev says, I'm in a super excited mood right now because the American Horror Story Season 10 trailer came out and it looks so damn good. Really? Again, another show I've heard a lot of good things about, but I haven't seen. I just saw Chimera. That's weird. He said, I just saw Free Guy. It's actually really good, especially if you're a gamer. The reason wow. All of us, we've been together for so long, it's like we're starting to share one mind. And you guys can't do that. I barely got enough for me. The reason that the stream is so late today, I hadn't gotten around to explaining to you guys, because Spazkid and I just came from watching Free Guy. I had forgotten today was the opening. Him and I really wanted to see it. So we had an opportunity. There was a 1 o'clock matinee, and we just shot out and watched it. And I agree. I highly recommend it. And as Chimera Yuri said, particularly if you're a gamer. I mean, it's a good movie anyway. If you're not a gamer, you might miss some of the references, some of the cameos, but I liked it a lot. We had a lot of laughs. We really liked the story. Both of us really enjoyed it. Yeah, I would definitely go see it. Definitely recommend going see it. I already did. Zurzul says, most over-the-top epic anime moment so far, top 6. Oh, jeez. Like I say, Zurzul, stuff like that, for me to do top lists right off the top, literal top of my head, it's just never going to work because I started watching anime, what is it, guys? You guys start me 3.5 years ago or so. In that time, I think I've watched 80 or close to 80 of them to just, like, you know, that come up with, oh, well, yeah, here's the top 3 moments. There's just no way. There's no way. I'd have to sit down, go back through in my mind all the anime I've seen, what scenes I like the best in there. It would just be, if I tried to even make a list, it wouldn't be representative of the top 3. It'd be just whatever I could think of in the moment. Solara says, sup, Papa Curtis, when are you going to start your anime? Will there be a topless muscular man in it? I don't know, but yes. Where would you rank Black Lagoon on your anime list? I'd have to see all of it first, so edgy, not just the clips I've seen. I wouldn't rank it until, as I said, I've seen the entire show, not just, I've seen extensive clips from the old reaction video streams, but not enough. I haven't seen all of it. Yeah, Big Green says I would definitely go see it. Curtis already forgetting they saw it due to concussions 2021 and 2022 and 2023 and for however many more years I've got. Rosa says I'm late, but Messi leaving FCB made me cry. It's sad when a player is so good he's not allowed to stay in the club because they can't pay him. Messi requested to be paid beneath his worth, but the club refused. Yeah, I as you know, Rose, I don't follow soccer close. I did see that he moved. I can't even think of the team he went to. It starts with a P. PS something. Anyway, I see that he moved, and I did see those details that you said. I know a lot of people were really upset about it. Zurzel says, "Boy, yes, I'm Chat King Neil before his eyes." Oh yeah, you are. You took over as stream boss. I start paying more attention to my dun-dun-dun-duns in there. Cheap Jump Scare says you should check out Tucker and Dave versus Evil. Oh, Tucker and... I should check out Literacy. You should check out Tucker and Dale versus Evil. It's a horror comedy, but with more comedy than scares. It stars Alan Tudyk and is gut-busting funny. Sounds good. I've never heard of that, Cheap Jump Scare. So it's a movie. It's not a series, I'm assuming? Yeah, I never heard of that one, pal. Yeah, I like a lot of my favorite horror movies have been ones that have blended comedy in really well. Like American Werewolf in London, for instance. PSG, yeah, that was it, Rosa. Paris Saint-Germain. He's going there. His friend and former teammate Neymar plays there, so he'll fit right in. Wolverine says, anyway, I gotta go. The sleep aids are kicking in and I need to rest up. Well, thanks for popping in while you could, Wolverine. Chrome says, oh, stream. Hi, Chrome. The favorite Friday the 13th movie, I didn't even watch all of them. I started losing interest, the first one for me. I watched the first few and then it just, I started losing interest. Young Frankenstein, that was a good one. Oh, so edgy. That was good. The classic old black and white. Yeah, that was really good. Hey, Jeremiah, good to see you. Cheap Jump Scare says, yeah, it's like a 90-minute movie. I've never laughed so hard. Yeah, I like that stuff. There's been a few in titles. Zombieland, another good example. That was a good, scary movie that with some real quality humor in it, especially the Bill Murray scene. I love. Well, Bill Murray steals scenes a lot. I'm a huge Bill Murray nerd. Rosa says, I can't watch horror movies. They're not scary. They make me cringe. They're so boring. I think for me, I like horror movies. A lot of the slasher movies, I guess that's a subgenre, but a lot of the slasher movies got that way for me, Rosa. That's why I lost interest in Friday the 13th. You know, as a concept, it was okay, but they take it so far into the realm of supervillainy to where, you know, you bury the axe handle deep into his forehead, and we're okay. And 2 minutes later, he's out walking around again. It's like, oh, okay, never mind. Wolverine says, can I get my sticky stuff early? Hail Hydra. There's a little extra, little extra early sticky stuff. Yeti Myth. Free for all, huh? I raise. Well, thank you, Yeti Myth. I appreciate that. A pussy pink sky. And again, I for the eternity of this channel, we'll always mention this, that the biggest battle. Come on, give Yeti Myth his due. Zurzel, he's about to take over. Dom dom da dom dom da dom da dom da dom dom. Susan, what are you doing? Did Wolverine's post come in too close in front of Yeti Myths? Oh, Susan, that's filthy. That's some serious broken shit right there. No, Zurzel put up a force field somehow around Stream Boss. Huh. But as I was saying, Yeti Myth, for those of you who don't know, the biggest battle ever waged here at Spaz Boys Comedy of the Goosh in a live stream was over what we would call the $50 donation color. We settled on magenta. More recently, they changed the shading a little bit. And so we had to have that fight all over, and then it became pussy pink. Let's see. Willie Plays says, I've been working for the last 8 hours in 90-degree weather outside sweeping. Make me laugh while I sweat. Boy, oh, I hate working in the heat. Always did. And now as I'm older, I've hated it even more. They did it again. This is ridiculous. We got Yeti Myth. I appreciate it, pal. And they got you again. How is Yeti Myth not taking over? That wasn't that close. Willie Plays was way up here. And it came through and it recognized it. Zurzul has put up a force field around his stream bossness. Zurzul says, Susan, I don't need your help. How dare you? I know, Zurzul. That's not company you want to keep. And that's what Yeti Myth says, filthy. And they did it again. But it used to be you had to go like boom, boom for that to happen. Willie was what? After Willie commented, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. There was a dozen comments before Yeti Myths. And I don't care if it is Streamlabs, we're still blaming Susan. This is bullshit right here. Someone is streaming late. What I miss? Anbu says, no, Yeti Myth, there you go. You got it, pal. I'm sorry it took you so many tries at such at such a high rate to get Stream Boss, but there it was. If a third time somebody had come up right in front of you, I probably would have just ended the stream. It would have been like, nah, this just I cannot let this kind of unfairness continue. Yeti Myth, Stream Boss. That might be the worst one we've had, guys, wasn't it? Where somebody put up two $50 donations and got blocked both times. And like I say, not even blocked by somebody who was the comment before. There were a dozen in between. They're Susan. It's everything is Susan. It just goes without saying. Jay says, Curtis, did you go to Milwaukee for the Bucks championship? I wish I could have. That would have been cool. But yes, Yeti Myth, you are Stream Boss. And if there were any justice, they wouldn't even let you take damage for a while after denying you twice. Spaz Boy Civil War, Solaris says. Also Edgy says, I have been through this year, been writing letters to former Major League Baseball players and getting cards signed. That's cool. That's good. I should recommend. I did that when I was younger a couple times. Well, younger. When I was a kid a couple times. I should mention that to my grandson. He should look into doing that. And the only thing that is, I guess you could probably look it up online, and find out. Because some of them, I don't know if they do that anymore. Do they still, want to get to the point, Curtis? Do any of the players still have, like, locker room staff or something signed for them? I know they used to do that, but now with that being such a big deal, it's the collector industry and everything has never been as big as it is now. You would think they would either just say, okay, I don't sign, or they would sign it themselves. I'm curious about that, because I know in the old days it used to happen quite a bit. You'd send something to get signed, it would come back signed, but it was by, one of the people who ran the locker room. Cold Cut says, so let's talk about our plan to take control of YouTube. So Curtis needs to seduce Susan's mother or father and become her daddy. Step 2, ground her. Oh, and it would be a grounding of epic proportions. It would make every grounding Butters has had pale in comparison. Zurzul says, Jesus, feeling like the offspring of Eisen and Dio with that plot armor. Even I don't get screwed that bad for Stream Boss, and I get screwed. You're right, too. That's true. Prior to this, Zurzul, you definitely had the record for getting screwed over Stream Boss. You're right. I think right now Yeti Myth has taken that over, though. That was rough. 250s back to back. Barry says, almost fought a customer in the parking lot today. Oh, that's never good. Finished his order and he spat on the conveyor belt twice. That would be worth fighting somebody for. Agreed. Told him to stop because health and safety. I was so mad my manager forced me to take my break. Yeah, people are just fucking filthy. Something like that. Come on. What kind of scumbag do you have to be to do that? Jesus. Yeti Myth again says, "Hello, good game, Z. You got the armor," and he just reinforced himself. Yeti Myth. That was serious plot armor right there. That was the toughest plot armor we've seen so far. Oh, Chrome says, by the way, Demon Slayer film is now on the Funimation's digital platform. I gotta go watch that. I enjoyed Demon Slayer so much, so good. Yeah, I do have to go watch that. And I think what we're gonna do, I gotta catch up now over at the Goosh at our Patreon at the $1 level. Excuse me, we've got a few series that have seasons come out since we've watched them together over there. I got to start placing them in. I think I know which one I'm going to do next as soon as we finish Monster. Because Monster has, 72 episodes? I think I recorded 57 today. So, a few more weeks and we're done with Monster. I got to start putting some of them in there. I know we still haven't seen the One Punch Man second season. I did, my desire for that one waned a little just based on what you guys said, how underwhelmed everyone was. But there are some others out now that my desire has not waned for that we gotta get to. As the result says, I knew that time skip arc would pay off. Oh, that's cool. Also, Edgy says, I even got a few cards signed back from Americans who became star baseball players in Japan and Taiwan. That's very cool when they're willing to do that. Oink says, I moved all my porn to a new storage device, and now it's all been scrambled, so I'll have to sort out about 20,000 images again. At this point, I think it would be easier to make a sorting algorithm. Yeah, really. Oh, and of all things, to mess with a man's porn, that's just, no. That's not acceptable. I still have that. I told you guys I have that portable hard drive, that detachable hard drive, that I have all our videos from when we had the Great Purge, when they closed our Vimeo account. And that hard drive crashed, but I was able to recover everything. But now they are not marked. And most everything on there was already uploaded anyway. There's just a few individual videos I got to get back up at the Goosh. But it's taking forever because I got to go through 1,550 videos, watch a little bit of them to figure out what they all are and mark them all. Because computers are fun. Willie says, next post, please. And he says, to take over YouTube, I will tell my Nigerians that I will free them if they take over YouTube. I would be a liar, but it'd work. Whatever it takes to get the job done. Mr. Croissant says, I was told on TikTok, people believe that Planet Fitness is fat-phobic and discriminate against obese people. How does that work? I can't imagine any gym would be fat-phobic. Isn't that for a large part, your target audience? I mean, I know you're going to have people in there, too, that are fit and want to stay that way. But if you get a fat ass in there, like me, and that's where you're going to go to lose all the weight and get in shape, you got somebody that's going to be there a while. Chrome says, I'd say wait and see what happens with a third season of One Punch Man. If that actually happens, and it's from a good studio. See season 2. If it doesn't, it's not worth it. Leaves on a cliffhanger. Oh, okay. That makes sense. Yeah, and again, just coming from you guys and Spaz Kid as well, how just entirely lukewarm everybody was about OPM season 2 just kind of put me off. And I didn't even get a lot of hate from everybody on it. It was just, as I said, it was just very lukewarm. Everybody loved season 1, as did I, and they were all just like, yeah, season 2. Rosa says, what club in the world, other than Real Madrid, would have the money to pay for Messi and the players they already have? Really, you don't know what Xavi's 40 million... Oh, okay. I'm sorry. I was reading that. I didn't realize that was at someone else. Yeah, because I can't have a cogent conversation about soccer. I just don't know enough. Let's see. Zach Vigorin says, any chance of RVB rewatches returning? No, probably not. I find myself going back to rewatch all your videos, reacting them every couple weeks. No, because I did that once. I brought them back, and there was a huge round of melees headed their way. Nobody seemed to really be that into it anymore. Of course, right now the YouTube channel is such a dire mess because of what YouTube has done to it with the lack of notifications and the lack of recommendations. So at this point, it doesn't much matter what I post, except for the occasional exception where something will, for whatever reason, get around their blocks and catch on as they used to in the recommendations. And it happens here or there. Outside of that, nothing goes anywhere. I'm going to keep plugging along. Eventually, we'll break through. Jamie says, hey, Curtis, happy Friday. Thank you. Do you have any favorite shippings in anime? Any that are already relationships, any you hope to happen in the future? Again, like I say, that stuff is really tough for me because, again, the way with my memory being so porous, when I get a very broad general question like that, I won't remember everything at the time. That's why when I want to make a list, or like we did with, excuse me guys, got a tickle on my nose. When I wanted to determine my favorite character in Naruto, I came right in here into the stream, or when we've done waifu, same thing, and I let you guys throw matchups at me. I tell you who I would prefer in each matchup, and through that process of you guys getting all those verses thrown at me and getting responses to them, then we make a determination who the favorites would be. But for me to remember them right off the top of my head, I could remember some. They're not going to be the top ones. They're just going to be the ones that I remember at the moment. Samuel says, Anime Talk. I'm almost finished watching Plunderer. There are 24 episodes. I'm on episode 20. If I get finished, I'll be watching the Asterisk War. Plunderer I've heard of. The Asterisk War I have not. That's interesting. Asterisk War. This is an interesting title. I don't think I've ever heard of that. Plunderer, I don't know anything about it, but I've heard the name before. But Asterisk War, I haven't. Yes, Harambe says you ended on Hashirama, correct? Yeah, Hashirama is my favorite character in Naruto. He really is. That's why that poll I posted today is a little bit slanted for me. I said which was a more favored moment to you, the Drunken Rock Lee battle, or when Hashirama dissed Madara. And for me, it's close because I really liked both those segments. But I have to go with Hashirama. It was partially, a large part, because Madara's reaction was so cool, and they drew it so well. It seemed so genuine, but I'm just such a Hashirama nerd. Zerazul says, Waifu Wars. Nami versus Rangiku versus Robin versus Valmet. Let's see. Wouldn't be Rangiku because she's not even my waifu in that series. I don't know. Of those four, it would depend on my mood on a given day, what type of waifu I'm in for. We all know who, the big number one is. She's right back here. But outside of that, it would come down to probably Robin, as far as waifu, not just attractiveness. We're talking waifu. Robin and Valmet. Valmet is so badass. I'd have to go with Robin just because Valmet could potentially, when it's all said and done, not even be my favorite waifu in Jormungand because Coco's way up there too. Her name is Coco. She is loco. Oh, phew. Kaiser said, that wasn't my mind playing tricks. There really was a bug there, or if my mind played tricks. Kaiser says, Getter Robo Arc 6th episode was epic and surprised fans. Was original content not in the manga? It may have an ending that the manga lacked on account of the author dying before it was finished. Oh wow. Chrome says, Asterisk War is trash, Curtis. Literal trash. It's not worth your time even to hate watch. Well, apathy. Really, Chrome? Wow. Chrome does not like asterisk score. Yeah, I hadn't even heard of that one prior to today. Just an interesting title. Let's see. Solar says, like, I'm a regular. I watch your videos. I've rung the bell. I'm subscribed. What more can I do to get your live streams and my notifications? I just don't know anymore, dude. Me either, Solaris. I just don't know. And the simple fact is that, I've recounted to you guys before, they don't care. YouTube doesn't care. Because when you reach a certain level of, I don't even know what the level was, but when you reach a certain number of subscribers, they give you access to YouTube support. And after the third email exchange, when you can convince them to stop just giving you an automated response, and you actually confer back and forth with a person, they're just like, as I've said, they're like 5-year-olds. Deny, deny, deny. Didn't happen. And it doesn't matter how many times I say, but listen, I'm not accusing you of anything. I'm not being confrontational. I just want to know, why are people at my channel who have done everything you've asked them to do with subscribing, ringing the bell, all that stuff, not getting notifications or getting them hours later? Oh, that didn't happen. And again, you have this endless, mindless back and forth. And I'll say, well, why would like 20 different people come to me all independent of one another and say the same thing? And YouTube is like, don't know, didn't happen. We're going to consider this case closed. That's what you get. You honestly, that's how they approach it. Willie says, I never once had notification problems for this channel. I've been here for years. I'm dead serious. I'm glad to hear that. I'm glad somebody isn't having those issues, Willie. I have no idea why. What really amazes me is like, yeah, Big Green. No, the notifications are going out. Please stop asking about this. Goodbye. That's basically what it amounts to. Big Green's a good example. Big Green's been with us, I couldn't even tell you how many years now. He's been a mod here for years, been a regular in the streams. He's been a hardcore regular, every way, shape, and form you can be here, and his notifications are all over the place. It's good to know that somebody's getting them regularly, but I would say it's just, in the coding that they're having issues with it, but the little bit I know about such things, it's not hard to code notifications going out from a list. It just isn't. Zach says, hey Curtis, from your music I've heard, I think you would really like Panic at the Disco's song Death of a Bachelor. Just curious if you've heard it. I've only heard a couple Panic at the Disco songs. I'm not sure, Zach. If I did, it would have been some time ago. I don't know. To be honest with you, I'd have to listen to it again. I want to say I haven't, but I can't say for sure. I'm not positive. It's the disco song "Death of a Bachelor." Yeah, I'd have to listen to it. I can't do it during the stream. You guys know how touchy Susan is with the ban you finger for me, so I can't listen to it here. But yeah, I'd have to listen again, Zach. I may have, but I don't think so. Cutter butter, peanut butter. Thank you. I appreciate that, my friend. Jack says Biggie G is so hardcore. And that's what Big Green says. Suddenly I stopped getting stream notifications. I can't imagine why. And as I said, he's a prime example. I believe Chrome has said the same thing happens to her. These are, again, people that have been with me for years. People I consider... we've gotten to know each other so much through digital means. I consider personal friends, and they can't even get regular notifications. Josh says, I've had no problems with notifications on your channel. I am pleasantly surprised. I will say this. I'm going to jinx the shit out of it. If you believe in those things, I'm jinxing it right now. I will say it has been some better recently. The streams. The videos, forget it. But the streams have been some better. Well, you guys who are regulars here know, we would get those streams where basically no notifications went out. At least none in the first 30 minutes or so of the stream. And we haven't had that happen in quite some time, but... Rosa says, can we blame everything on Susan? Yes, I am blaming the transgender suicide rate on Susan. Actually, never mind, it's our own fault. We're unbearable. Jeez, Rosa. That's rough. Oh. Sticky sauce. I think personally, I think you're 100% spot on. He says, Curtis, ask YouTube what's going on. YouTube, the peasant thinks it deserves an answer. Yeah, pretty much. I think you're 100% right. Oh, shit. Okay, Mystic Desiree says, Johnny was one of the 3,000 troops being sent to Afghanistan to evacuate our embassy. Seen it on his Facebook. That's why he's been MIA. Mystic was talking to Bukaki Tsunami, but thank you for posting that. I did not know that. Yeah, because Johnny's a real hardcore regular in here as well. Oh, I appreciate that as a heads up. If you anytime you hear anything more from him or anything, please feel free to pass along. Johnny Bravocado, for those of you who don't know, he's one of our real regulars here as well, and obviously he's in the military. Simping Stan says, so how are you liking Mr. Slam Jam Katakuri? Besides Wano, WCI may become your favorite One Piece arc by the time you catch up. It is good. I like the way the arc's unfolding. Katakuri is pretty cool. And he's an excellent villain. He's an excellent antagonist, excellent fighter. Again, my only issue with him is we got copyright problems with the whole sticky stuff thing. Him and I may have to fight over the use of sticky stuff. Or I think he should have to come here and distribute some of his sticky stuff to you guys and let you guys be the judge of who actually has the high quality premium shit. Chrome says, so apparently it just leaked John McAfee buried a hard drive with a list of Epstein's cult members on it before his suicide. Anyone want to go on a treasure hunt? For real, Chrome? I've been out of the loop today because, as I said, we're out and about. Brax and I just got back from the movie and everything. Oh, how cool would it be to find that? Yeah. Speaking of that stuff, did you guys see? Thanks again, Cutter Brother. Did you guys see Hunter Biden's latest video release? That dude is so many different levels of fucked up. Holy crap. Damn. No one says, no, we only want old, bald, sticky stuff. I appreciate that. That's called true devotion. We don't want that guy's sticky stuff that'll ruin our taste. Agreed, Berries. That was a bad call on my part. Yeah, let's keep this area pure. Yeah, me pure. Zurzul says, naturally, the villain with the white sticky stuff is one of the strongest in OP. True. I'd expect nothing less of even an amateur using sticky stuff. You're right. That's a good point. Zurzul makes a good point. Even though I have issue with Katakuri infringing on my work a little bit, or I can't even say work, infringing on my creation a little bit, it does show the true power of sticky stuff, even in its most base form, since he's obviously much more base than am I. Something Stan says, what about your boy Treble from Dofi's crew? He had the best sticky stuff. Even Nico Robin had a little taste of it in Dressrosa. That's true. That's true. I think Katakuri is, I don't know how I want to describe it. Katakuri is even more, I don't want to say flamboyant, but forceful with the way that he distributes the sticky stuff. I think that's, and he's just got a really great look about him too. Again, so do I. So I think that's why it really, get ready for it. I think that's why with him it really sticks. I learned that from Joe Biden. If you want to make a point, you lean close to the mic and you whisper like this and look at the camera, because I'm not fucking sure why, but apparently that does something. Barry says, here's beta sticky stuff and you have alpha sticky stuff. Are you calling us betas? No, you're right, Barry. That was a bad call. No other sticky stuff will be allowed in here. Sticky Sauce says, only thing pure in Alabama is the family bloodline. Well played. No, he's up to 3 laptops, Lost Chrome. And it was, this one is a video, you have to check it out. It was a video of him, I think it was in Vegas, but of him with a hooker, and he recorded them banging. And then he's talking on there about how the Russians got a hold of one of his laptops. while I guess I think it was Russian drug dealers or whatever other savory, whatever specific savory incident old Hunter was experiencing at the time. But yeah, he talks and tells her specifically that the Russians got a hold of one of his laptops with what we can only assume is some extremely incriminating uh, images, videos, and who knows as far as conversations regarding Hunter and possibly his family. Cheap Jumpscare says, "Hey now, we need to try this new sticky stuff, if only to remind us how much better Papa Curtis is. Kind of like Coke versus New Coke." Oh boy, that was one of the all-time marketing meltdowns. New Coke. I remember when that came out, and I don't think I've ever seen a major corporation outside of maybe Ford making the Edsel, where a major corporation swung and missed that dramatically. Almost ruined the company. It's allowed Pepsi to take over from them. Coke had always been the leader of the Cola Wars before that. Zurzul says, all amateur. Curtis is a sommelier of sticky stuff. True. Very true. I did see that, Mr. Croissant. He said, Crunchy was brought by Sony. Sony now owns both Crunchy and Funimation, so we might be in for some huge changes for both services. Yeah, I saw that. It will be, you're right, it'll be interesting to see as far as content, what gets put where. Yeah, I did see that. Tsunami says he'll probably be okay, but damn, I can't not be a little worried for Johnny. Oh, sure, anytime they're deployed like that, Tsunami, yeah, absolutely we worry for him. Yeah, you're going into a hostile environment. We certainly hope he'll be okay. Big Green says, you think there's going to be a Joe Biden political ASMR compilation on YouTube at some point? That was so bizarre. It was just such a weird thing to do. We've had a couple of buttes right in a row as President of the United States as far as the way they conduct themselves. That's for goddamn sure. Rosa says, you and Oda can co-own sticky stuff. Make an entire brand out of it. That's where the real money is. Packaging up the sticky stuff. Chrome says, I'm going to say it. Katakuri was extremely overhyped to me. Really? He's fun, but people acted like he was a better villain than Crocodile or Doflamingo. Not really. It'll be interesting. I'm still in the midst of that arc, so I don't have a final conclusion on Katakuri yet. Yeah, I think Doflamingo was a great villain. Katakuri's not there, certainly at least yet for me with Doflamingo. Crocodile was as well, but Doflamingo was Dofi was a really, really good villain. Chrome says too late. There's already Joe Biden ASMR videos up. I am entirely unsurprised by that. Roblox guy says, "Hey Curtis, I know why Joe does that with the microphone, so it gives people pedo vibes." I think you're right. It's creepy. I'm just not sure what he thinks he's accomplishing by doing it. Does he think he's making a point stronger or something? I just don't know. It's just really, really strange. Zurzul says, honestly, I do feel he was a better villain than them, but it's spoilers to say why. Well, I appreciate you not saying it, Zurzul. That's why I say I'm holding out my judgment because, again, I haven't seen the entirety of what Katakuri has to offer. Rosa says, Joe Biden ASMR, oh no indeed. It's like it's a sad day for the world. Simping Stan says, Curtis, I definitely enjoy Katakuri, but I love Kaido. I am really anxious for them to get to Kaido. I mean, I don't want to rush what we're doing right now because I'm enjoying it, but just the hints and the little pieces I've seen about Kaido and and his inability to die and everything. Excuse me. Yeah, I'm psyched for him. And Stan said they can't wait for you to see how amazing of a villain he is, especially since Dofi is scared of him. Yeah. Remember, 1v1 Kaido always wins. Yeah, there's some great shit coming up. One Piece has just been such a great ride. Freddie says, now that I realize when I was like 8 years old, I confessed some sexual stuff to the priest at church. I wonder how he felt about that. It's a little scary knowing, and especially, Freddie, because when I was little, my mom brought us to the Catholic Church, and especially back then, I mean, that was before it was even talked about at all. you heard rumblings and stuff, but nobody was talking about it above the board. So I guess I really lucked out in the fact that I never liked going to church, and I used to make it so miserable for my mom to want to take me that a lot of times I didn't have to go, because if I'd have been into it, something might have gotten into me. Zurzul says, Biden ASMR, oh God, is he going to touch my shoulder? Chrome says, it's a show of strength. Maybe he thinks he's emphasizing his points more. Did you hear about the kid who's now talking about how he grabbed her nipple years ago? She was one of the kids we have on vid. No, I hadn't heard about that. What the fuck is wrong with this country? Seriously. Jesus Christ. Cody says, can I put sticky stuff on my burgers for research purposes? Oh, well, we cannot officially recommend that you put the sticky stuff on burgers. We have to leave that up to, your own processes. But I can say that I'm not saying that you can't put it on. Barry says, hopefully Johnny brings back Taliban virgin brides for us so we don't need Nigerians anymore. I'm getting bored of them. Yeah. Kaiser says, Curtis' shirt starts speaking my cabbages. Says so right at the... I love this shirt. This one, when you wear this one out and about, never fails. As you're walking by, people like right now, when Spaz and I got out of the movies, we went to the store next door to pick up a couple things. One of the kids that was working there walks down the aisle, and as he walks by, we hear him going, my cabbages! Yeah. I think everybody empathizes with Cabbage Guy. Chrome says she talked about being scared of admitting it because of what her friends would say and do to her during the election. That's really concerning. Jack says, we cannot officially recommend that you definitely do it here at Spazways Comedy. We also don't recommend food and water. Yeah. Cold cuts, that's well put. This is perfect, too. This would be it. He says, if YouTube was in charge of the sticky stuff, we'd hear, sorry, but the sticky stuff machine is broke. Is YouTube Premium Juice okay? When Susan tries to start interfering with the sticky stuff, that's when we go to war. And Big Green said, I never even watched the show and I'm aware of Cabbage Guy. Yeah, he is a truly deserving legend. Poor bastard. Simping Stan says, Cabbage Guy versus Ramen Guy, though. That'll make more box office money than any Mayweather fight. Agreed. As far as empathy, for me, you got to have more. Now, you might consider Ramen Guy a better character. That you can make a strong case for that. But you got to have tons of empathy for Cabbage Guy because it's just one after another just tipping the card. At least Ramen Guy gets to shine here or there. He makes high-quality ramen. He makes a buck. We never get to see Cabbage Guy making any money. He's just always getting his product destroyed. Oh, excuse me, guys. Oh, guys, I got to go. Because, again, I started stream so late. We're having dinner in just a few minutes. And despite the fact that between us, Spazkin and I ate 2 large tubs of popcorn. Speaking of large tubs, me being a large tub of shit, I will be making that video. I don't even know what it's going to be. I'm going to do a weigh-in and then see if I can start dropping some of this weight. So watch for that one. I probably won't do that one as a YouTube short. I'll make a regular video. But 2 tubs of popcorn means nothing. I want my dinner. I want some nice red meat. I want my arteries to close up. But before any of that, I wanted to disperse some sweet sticky stuff. There was a lot of katakuri talk here. This sticky stuff is extra primo. I didn't even distribute it yesterday, brewing up this batch specifically, and I'm glad I did that now because this is going to be a standard bearer of sticky stuff. So anybody who may have been even slightly swayed today into thinking, I might want to check out that katakuri stuff, when you get a load of this, you you're going to think of no one else but Curtis when it comes to sticky stuff. Now here it comes. Pampu pampu, sticky stuff for you, sticky stuff for you, sticky stuff for you, sticky stuff for you. Katakuri, who? Sticky stuff for you, because that's the quality stuff. So bang, okay? Flashing like buggy. And as always, most importantly, far above the reach of Katakuri or Dofi or Big Mom or anyone else, it's the Supreme. Goosh, 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 goosh. Goosh.